Hi, hello everyone. Welcome back. I thought, it's a very interesting question. It is interfaces in Selenium WebDriver. So, in a Selenium WebDriver, what all interfaces we have? So, everyone, and if we ask anyone to this question, right, and what is Selenium WebDriver, everyone will say very quickly Selenium WebDriver is an interface. Some people will say class, but let's see what is Selenium and Selenium WebDriver. What are the interfaces we have inside the Selenium WebDriver or Selenium, right? So how this architecture, and we try to be figure it out. We try to be figure out what are the interfaces we have, how this implementation or how it is working and everything we'll understand here. So let's jump and interfaces in Selenium WebDriver. So I have some documentation here, right? Documentation here, and which is Selenium Java documentation. I'll share my screen and can show you what are the interfaces we have and all, right? So let me add my screen to this video. Yes. So this is one documentation everywhere, right? And the old seleniumhq.org also, and this also here. Selenium.dev, Selenium docs, API Java, index HTML, org OpenQA Selenium package, summary.html. So this is the uh, old package, okay, old site package, and so this new location is Selenium.dev, Selenium docs API Java index.html. Okay, so here you can see a lot of things is we have and all, and org OpenQA Selenium. We click on it. So once we click on this org OpenQA Selenium, okay, we can see there are interface org OpenQA Selenium. In this we have multiple interfaces. Multiple interfaces. So interface summary, you can see this interface summary. Alert is an interface, and remote is like this. Will not use it sometimes, and sometimes we'll use. Capabilities is an interface. So let's see what is frequently we use it today's session or today, understanding. Alert we use it. Alert is an interface. You may guys know it or not know it, and different thing. Okay, and a JavaScript executor we use it. Most of the times we use this JavaScript executor when this object is not able to identify, or when it is not working, we use this JavaScript executor. And then what, such context, we'll have this find element and find elements. I'll show you. This is also we call super interface. Such context we have, we use this two methods from the such context, and also take screenshot. We know it like take screenshot is an we can take a screenshot, and take screenshot is an interface, right? And also we can see it's WebDriver. WebDriver is an interface. Navigation is like WebDriver navigations methods. We have it, and let's not go inside this now. WebDriver window is a different WebDriver info, and web element. Web element also we see in more most of the times, right? And apps element and leave it. Let's hold this web element, web element, and as well WebDriver, and take screenshot such context, okay, and then alert. Let's jump into this first is the such context, okay. I'll jump to this such context. I'm hoping you guys able to see it. Instead of doing that, let's click on this only, search context. So interface search context. Such context is an interface. Such context is an interface. The package is org.openqa Selenium. All known sub-interfaces. Sub-interfaces of such context is WebDriver and WebElement. WebDriver and WebElement. It is also saying sub-interfaces. Sub-interfaces. So we know, right, the inheritance concept. Inheritance concept. There will be a parent and child. In interface also we can do this inheritance concept. Here all known sub interfaces means the such context is extended into the WebDriver interface and WebElement interface. WebDriver interface and WebElement interface. Let's see. I'm clicking on WebDriver. We can see is like here all super interfaces. WebDriver interface is an interface. It is also comes from the org OpenQA Selenium. And this WebDriver super interface is such context. It was saying in a such context, the sub interfaces are WebDriver and WebElement. In a WebDriver interface, all super interfaces are such context. All known implementing classes. See, this is such context is a super interface of WebDriver, and also all known implementing classes. In the sense, the WebDriver is implemented in where it is implemented: Chrome driver, Chromium driver, Edge driver, or event finding WebDriver, Firefox driver, Internet Explorer driver, Opera driver, remote WebDriver, and Safari driver. I'm not going inside this now. One is super interface for the search WebDriver super interface is search context. The same way, I'll go back. It is also sub interface of WebElement, right? In a sense, the WebElement super interface also search context and text screenshot. WebElement is having two super interfaces. One is search context, another one is text screenshot. The WebElement, in the sense, is like where it may be a button, where it may be a element, where it like drop down and radio button, checkbox, or link or anything, right? This WebElement is having super interface of the search context as well as text screenshot. I'm not going inside the super interfaces as of now. Okay, and let's see, search context is a super interface and it is having WebDriver and WebElement. And the simply all known implemented classes is again the same set of classes. We can see remote WebDriver, remote WebElement also is a now one class is there. Okay, and apart from that is everything is same, right? And search context, what are the methods we have? The search context interface, it may be having this abstract methods or some default methods and static methods also. It can be possible, right, in interface now. So let's see the methods, all methods in such context. WebElement we have is like the return type is WebElement, modifier and type, return type, the WebElement. Okay, the find element return type is WebElement, and this find element is a method. The parameters is by class and by if we are passing it. Find the first web element using the given method. This find element method will find the first web element using given method. It's like in a web page, it is started from this, searching the web element from the body or HTML, whatever it is, and it will search line by line or the tag by tag, and wherever it finds into the page, there it stops. If it is not going to be find any element, it throws element not found exception. Element not found exception. We'll go into this deeper in later point. The search context is having find element. The return type is web element. Java.util list web element find elements. Other method is find elements. The parameters are same. S is added here, and the return type is list of web elements. List of web elements. It finds all elements within the current context using the given mechanism. So whatever duplicate elements, for example, the A anchor is there, the tag name. How many anchors it may be, 1 or 10, or iframe tag is there. If you are giving iframe tag and you try to fetch all the iframes or all the links, all the text box, the duplicate elements is like, right? So duplicate anchor, you are using it and find all the values which is there inside the web page. You can use it and store into the list of web elements. Okay, I don't want to go more over here. I'll come back. The search context is having only two methods. One is find element, another one is find elements. Find element return type is web element, and the find elements return type is list of the web elements. Okay, so another one is, we can say WebDriver and web element. What is there in the WebDriver? Let's jump into this WebDriver methods. We can see it. Okay, this super interface, WebDriver super interface, is a such context, thus we know it. And let's see the methods. Nested classes we have. Let's see the methods. I want to see the methods. I don't want to go inside the nested class and all. The close method we have inside this Selenium WebDriver. We have a close. Where is this? Close method. Close method we don't write. It uses to this, close this your current browser, close the current window, right? And this return type is void. It will not return anything. Void is not going to be return anything, right? Another one is find element and find elements. It's like that when you have extended it, since it is not implementing, right? And all the search context super interface methods also is here. Okay, and we discussed it, find element and find elements. And the get method, the get return type is void, and the get parameter is URL, that is string URL, right? You need to pass into this double quotes, and the URL you need to pass it. That URL also should be HTTP or HTTPS URL form, right? It loads a new web page in the current browser window. It loads a new web page in the current browser window by using the HTTP or HTTPS, that get operation. Okay, we'll go inside deeper into this when we discuss about the methods and all. So get page source, get title, get window handle, get window handles, manage, navigate, quit, and switch to all are this WebDriver methods. WebDriver methods. Let's say this Chrome driver or WebDriver is implemented into the remote WebDriver, and as well as a Chrome driver, Chromium driver, Edge driver, and all. Let's go to this implemented class, one of the class. I'll see what is implemented. Constructor, method summary. Do you have any implemented methods here? So it is not showing perfectly. I'll show you with a Maven project. In another video, I'll show you. So such context, we'll go back, and web element we'll see what is the methods we have inside the web element. In a web element, we can clear the text into this element. We can click on the element, right? And find elements, find element and elements like this web element also is a super interface. For the web element also super interface is a search context. So then get accessible name, get accessible name, and as well as get SE role and get attribute, get CSS value, get DOM attribute, get DOM property. All these methods we have. Get location, size, rect, okay. Get tag name, text is displayed. All which we can apply. Main method is send keys, submit is selected. All the methods we have in a web element. So the three main interfaces we understand. That is, one is search context is a super interface. WebDriver is a main interface. Web element is also our main interface for operating the elements. So I'm hoping this is good information, and further we'll see into this next video. For this video, I'm closing here with this information. Thank you all for watching it, and hoping we'll do more videos going forward to be understand more this architecture level, or how it works and what is there in that, and how we are moving ahead and everything. Thank you.